Hey folks, Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids. I'm back up here in Western Maryland on one of my favorite mountain reservoirs, Jennings Randolph Lake. It is a misty, soon to be rainy, very chilly morning up here, and it's desolate and it's quiet. There's no one here again. And I'm basically after these smallmouths that just destroyed my jerkbait a couple of videos ago. I hooked up with a walleye, I hooked up a nice largemouth, I even got a little rock bass. So multi-species action, oh, and a rainbow trout. Got that too, but I mean, it's beautiful out here. 36, 40 degrees, going up to about the mid 50s, and I'm probably gonna get into a little rain, so I got the rain gear on. I'm ready to get at it, guys. This is just absolutely perfect conditions, but the water temperatures are down a little bit. The water temperatures are down probably, we're looking at maybe the mid to high 50s right now, so perfect conditions. The fall bite should be on. Let's get at it and see how it goes. Water's super clear, but the skies are super dim with this cloud cover. I got the Jackall re-range, the same jerkbait I had out here last time I fished, but the last time I fished out here, I had that really cool kind of purplish, translucent chartreuse belly color, and kind of like the LG bone color that the Megabass 110 comes in, but again, the Jackall re-range. So pearl, that's the deal right now. Real calm out here. It's supposed to be psycho windy later this afternoon, evening, with the rain coming in here in the mid-Atlantic. And tomorrow it's supposed to be absolutely blowing. So one day out of a full moon, guys. If you follow the moon phases, you understand that 3 days before a full moon, 3 days after a full moon with some weather coming in, could be some good conditions. So when this wind picks up, I'm sure the fish in action should be getting pretty good. There we go, first fish, guys, and I'm telling you right now, he smacked it. And it's a smallmouth, it looks like, but here's the deal. I literally threw that bone-colored re-range for like, oh, when he gets off, for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. For some reason, I just wasn't feeling it. I did so well with that LG bone color in a re-range, like I just threw in the bone, but I had to go back and I grabbed it, guys. There's the Megabass Vision 110 +1 LG bone, and I threw it twice. I threw it twice right over the same spots that I just thrown with that bone color, and I think they're going to want to eat this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can latch on to number 2. That was the first bite of the day, and literally just a handful of minutes in with this new color. And here comes the rain. That wasn't a big fish, but it was a really, really good sign. That's exactly what I was looking for. And when I didn't see it happen fairly quick with that bone color, I made the switch and instantaneous. That's just the coolest thing. Change up, guys, just change up. You know, if you get to know a body of water and you learn a little bit, there's nothing wrong with going with what worked before and seeing how it all pans out. Man, with this rain and this weather, I'm anxious to see how this all turns out. There we go, guys. That's number 2 right there. Again, I was going back and forth between a Spro rock crawler and my jerkbait, and I put the re-range back on after hooking that one on the Megabass and that LG bone. And here's the first fish that hopefully comes in the boat, and oh man, he just totally smacked it. Look where I got him, right in the belly. First smallmouth of the day, guys, in the boat, second one hooked, and it's only been about barely 10 minutes. Isn't that beautiful? Check that thing out. All right, let me go ahead and be real careful with this. I bet I can do this without a set of pliers, which I do have handy, by the way. First one of the day, guys, barely 10 minutes in. Let's get some more. Amazing. I threw 4 baits so far. This is the 4th bait. Started off with this exact bait, the re-range Jackall 110 in the bone pearl color. Went ahead and changed up quickly, not long after a few casts, changed to this color in a Megabass Vision 110 +1, their LG bone. Threw the rock crawler. I actually threw a crankbait and a crawl pattern in the Spro rock crawler, crankbait, and then I picked this bad boy up. The same one I did most of the damage on, if not all the damage on last time I was out here, and on the first cast with it. Whacked my first one that came into the boat. Amazing. So I wanted to try something different, but it looks like what worked last time might be doing it today too. Second cast, guys. Second cast with that re-range. Unbelievable. It's a dink. 2 casts in a row, mixing it up. Sure enough, there it is. The game's on, guys. The game is on. If you didn't see the video where I just annihilated him on a jerkbait last time, this is the Jerkbait Special by Lew's. So it's the Lew's Jerkbait Special Custom Speed Stick. They don't make this exact model anymore, but it's 10-pound test fluorocarbon. Throwing this jerkbait, and I'm getting a lot of action out of it. That 10-pound test gets it down pretty much to its maximum depth, or at least the depth I need to get it to get these bites, because again, that's 2 in a row. Working a rocky point here, guys, close to the channel. So hopefully there's more. This is actually a spot where in the evening, the last time I was out here, I hooked what would have been my personal best walleye. There are gigantic walleye in this lake. In fact, the state record mentioned that last time, but if you didn't see my last video, yeah, this lake holds some big ones. They're hard to come by, but when you get them, and it's usually a bycatch when trying to catch these bass, but they're fun and they're delicious. So hopefully I'll whack one of them today. Like I said, rainbow trout, rock bass, all kinds of panfish. This lake is loaded. And the wind is perfect right now, guys. The wind is blowing just right. So hopefully that'll mean a little more action. There he is. Gosh, guys, that's like 3 casts after the second fish. Here we go. Let's see what this one is. It's swimming at me. Another good bite, but yeah, just a little guy. But again, it's gonna be some crazy good numbers in here with some oh, it's my walleye, guys. Look at that. I was just talking about it. I got my first walleye out of Jennings Randolph Lake, right in the spot I just mentioned that I had hooked a giant, and I got myself a walleye. If that thing's 15 inches, I got some dinner tonight. Wouldn't that be absolutely incredible? Hang tight, let me get some pliers. Unreal, guys. Toothy critter, 15 inches. 15 inches minimum, 5 a day. I'm gonna go ahead and measure him up. He might barely make it, but we'll see. All right, guys, moment of truth. Can I bring this sucker home? I doubt it. He's barely under. Yeah, he's just about 14 inches. So still very cool to get my first walleye out of a lake that I know has some big ones, and I haven't been out here long, so there's a good chance there's gonna be some more. Let's get that one back. Before I leave here, I'm definitely going to be throwing that Mega Bass Vision 110 jerkbait. It gets down a little deeper, so if there's some fish that are just a little bit down deep that aren't willing to come up as far as a couple of these did to get this re-range, it'll at least cover the water column a little bit better and maybe get a better chance of hooking something else that's down low. I also got the crankbait I'm going to crank through here, because that crankbait, oop, there we go. Another fish, guys. Let's see what we got here. That's got some meat on them. Oh my God, it's another walleye. It's got to be another walleye. Look at that, guys. I'm in a walleye zone. Too much. That's pretty much the same size on a jerkbait. Way back when in the spring, I was working on trying to find some food fish, because the lockdown in Maryland had us out only allowed to fish for food, and I was out here throwing a jerkbait. A lot of people were saying, yeah, right, you're fishing for bass with that there jerkbait. But look at that. 2 in a row on a jerkbait. Little walleye going back. Well, where there's one, there's more. Those walleyes tend to school up quite a bit this time of year, like a lot of different fish. But I got this really, really great little crankbait here. Now this is going to get down and bounce off those rocks, and I know some of those walleye are hovering down deep. So that's going to be hopefully getting down to some bigger walleye. Maybe there's some bigger ones down there that might want to eat this crankbait, but I'm going to cover all this to make sure I don't miss anything that could be willing to bite, especially one of the bigger ones over 15 inches. So let's get that Spro in there. All right, one more cast with the crankbait. I'm going back to that jerkbait. No sense in not using what's working. It's kind of like leaving fish to find fish. So let me crank this thing down, bounce off a few rocks one more time, and then get back onto that jerkbait bite. Oh, he came right, guys, I don't know if you saw it. A walleye just came right up and tried to eat this bait right at my feet. Unreal. I got to back up a little bit. I think I might actually be on top of where they are. So let me back up and fish a little bit closer to where I think I was getting those bites. Let's see if we can get one more. That was another one just undersized, probably 13, 14 incher. But man, I am excited to get a keeper. Unreal. What a way to start the day. Some walleye on a jerkbait. Never expected to get into them that quick. I thought it'd be just I happened upon one, but here I am smacking a couple smallies really quick and then come around the bend and bang, bang. Walleye time. Cool. All right, let's get a little deeper, guys. Here comes the Vision 110 +1 in the LG bone. Pretty much the same color, just going a little deeper, making a little different noise with a little more action or different action. Let's just throw them something different and see if something wants to eat this. There we go, guys. All right, I'm on some steep banks. It feels like it's tugging. Let's see what we got. So this is the, I don't know. Oh gosh, it's a nice smallmouth. It's a real nice smallmouth. I'm so glad I'm covering water here and made this move. And I know there's fish here. I'm really getting on the edge of where this channel swing is. And I know this is where there's going to be a bunch of fish. So if I don't lose this guy, I'm going to get to show you a really nice smallmouth here up in the west. Oh, he's going to get off. There he goes. Yeah, I had him right in the cheek is where I had him. Okay, I got to see him, but I learned something. So let's get back in here and see if we can catch some more. There we go, fellas. That felt like a pretty good bite. I hope I can hold on to this one because it looks like a decent fish. It's a nice swirl. I got some lunges. Let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh. This happened a lot last time I was fishing. I was getting a lot of fish swiping at it. And just like the very first fish of the day, I got one in the back. That means you're just attacking and they swipe at it and you get some sharp hooks. It's gonna feel like a monster, but it's gonna be a little one. Isn't that funny? That's exactly how I started off my day. So let me get him back. And I'm on this edge right here where this wall basically of rocks just drops straight down into the channel. So I've got myself some deeper water and obviously some fish. Just like the weatherman said, it was gonna blow today, and it is blowing. It is getting really windy out here. Really, really tough to control this little pelican. But I'm managing, and I'd much rather have this wind than calm if this jerkbait bite is working for me. So I'll handle it and I'll fight it and we'll be just fine. All right, fish on. Let's see if I can get this one in the mouth. That's a decent little fish. All right, consistent action now that I've gotten this. Oh, it's a nice one. Consistent action now that I've gotten to this deeper water against this channel swing. So let me go ahead and get away from these rocks because the wind is hustling. That time I take to try, oh, look at this. He almost got 2 more hooks in him. I think I'll be okay getting this guy. And look at the red eyes on that beauty. All right, biggest smallie of the day. It's a beautiful thing. All right, let's see if we can get this one in. Here we go, decent fish. All right, I missed a couple, guys. I've actually missed a couple. Here's another one coming in the boat. Definitely slapping at it. There we go, in the wind, guys. Wow, it is blowing out here too. So let's see what we got. It's swimming with me. It hasn't lunged yet. It's a little guy. It's windy, guys. This wind might get a little bit too much. I might have to get on the backside of one of these mountains before I get blown out of this boat. But I got another fish. There we go. Another one, guys. Another one, just working my way down the bank. I gotta get off these rocks again. I'm gonna get myself in some trouble. Just a lot of little ones today, but I'm happy to have them, that's for sure. And they're definitely eating the jerkbait. Oh, what a nice bite that was. Wow, I repositioned over here and got myself a nice smallmouth, guys. Working this bluff wall. I actually ran around the lake a little bit and got in some torrential, crazy wind. Do you call wind torrential? It was blustery, but look at this guy right here. Biggest one of the day. It's a beauty, and the sun's barely peeking out. I got to show that off in some beautiful mountain sun. Let me get some pliers. There he is, folks. All right, the game is still on. It's been a little bit since I did a little running around, but let me get that sun on him one more time. Where's the sun? There it is. Beautiful fish, going back. All right, folks, I'm telling you right now, this is the roughest water and wind I've ever been in my Pelican bass raider. It's spitting rain, there's white caps. Thank goodness I'm close to the boat ramp, but I'm at that point. I'm at that same point where I caught those 2 walleye and where I started the day. I'm gonna go ahead and throw right here. Part of it's on the backside of the wind, so I'm gonna be somewhat protected, but let me be really careful about all this. See if we can get a sign out fish. I gotta get out of here, this is getting crazy. But let's go ahead and play one more round with this jerkbait. Let's do the Vision 110. Let's do the Mega Bass Vision 110, go a little deeper and see if something on this ultra windy point. I don't even call it windy. This is just treacherous, wild wind. Here comes some rain. I better get my light and my jacket on. Jeez, it is blowing. All right, folks, this is gonna be the last cast. Let's see if I can make a miracle happen. It is dangerous out here. I got to get going, and it's been a good day. Couple walleye to start off, pretty cool. A handful of smallmouth, not like the last time I was out here, but the conditions are quite different. Water temperatures are dropping. The rains are coming down now, boy, and the wind is hustling. So, as always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing, and until we meet again, whoa, over and out.